Ladies and gentlemen, to an all-new reaction and review. Tonight, guys, I'm taking a look at a sci-fi action film from 2012 called Iron Sky. Now, I don't know a lot about this movie. In fact, I can sum up everything I know about this movie in one sentence. It has to do with Nazis on the moon. That's it. I have yet to watch a trailer. I've yet to see any, still shots. The only thing I've seen is the fucking, DVD cover, and it's also the image they use on Netflix. By the way, yes, I am watching this on Netflix. So, I'm going to tell you right now, though, that premise alone, Nazis on the moon, it just sounds awesome to me. Plus, any movie where there is the possibility of watching tons and tons of Nazis die just makes me kind of happy for some reason. So I am at least looking forward to that, and I am hoping that this movie is at least decent. But the only way I'm going to find out is if I shut the fuck up and I push play, and I'm going to do that right now. So, without further ado, it's time to kick back, relax, and check out Iron Sky. Okay, I would like to say that I find it a little bit strange that the fucking, lunar Nazis would build their fucking doom fortress in the perfect shape of a swastika. I mean, okay, it looks cool, but why the fuck would you go through so much effort to build it when nobody's going to see it, besides your fellow lunar Nazis? It just seems like a bit of busy work to me, I guess. I find it really funny that this whole scene is a reference to Downfall. I really like it. It is a really classy fucking reference, and I'm kind of proud of myself that I fucking picked up on it. That is awesome. So, you're gonna tell me that these Nazis really do not see a single problem with wandering around in the U.S. in full fucking SS and Nazi uniforms? Really? You would think that if they wanted to get to Earth, they wanted to try to blend in, they wanted to meet the president, so on and so forth, you'd think they'd try to find something a little bit more, something a little bit less fucking blindingly noticeable than a fucking SS uniform. Perhaps maybe to me that just seems like a bit of that seems almost like a strategic fuck-up to me, you know what I mean? The Nazis have a space zeppelin? Dude, that is the coolest fucking thing I've ever fucking seen. That is fucking awesome, dude. Fuck yeah. Is North Korea taking claim for the Nazi space zeppelins that are bombing New York? I have no idea if that is just incredibly ballsy or just fucking hilariously awesome, but either way, I fucking like it. Are you fucking serious? Alright, that is probably the greatest way to kill a fucking Nazi ever. I love this goddamn... Oh, wait, correction, he's not dead, just down. Still, creative as fucking, I loved it. Well, guys, that was Iron Sky. The ending is a little bit of a downer, but I'm not going to let that get to me. Let me shut the movie off. Okay. Wow. Guys, when I went into this, I had no idea what I was getting into. I had no idea if this movie was going to be any good. I will say this right now. It absolutely floored me. I fucking loved this movie. Now, I'm going to cover writing, and I'm going to try to avoid spoiling mountains of the story here, because I don't want to spoil this. You guys really do have to see that. I'm probably going to say that like 20 times over the next about 10, maybe 12 minutes, so just bear with me. the writing here is ridiculously strong. First of all, I didn't know going into this that this was actually a sci-fi action comedy. And I'm kind of happy I didn't. I'm telling you guys right now, it is a comedy. For anyone who thinks it's going to be somehow a serious movie about, you know, Nazis on the fucking moon. It is a comedy, and the humor in this thing is ridiculously witty and sharp and subtle, and I loved it. Because they have jokes which openly mock Nazis, which openly mock American jingoism, as well as American egotism. There are humorous nods and references to things such as Downfall and Dr. fucking like Strangelove. There's a ton of just awesome little like references and nods to just tons and tons of different movies, and when you pick up on them, you just feel amazing, and the movie just keeps on going. There is never a dull moment, guys. This thing just keeps on going. So where with a lot of movies I sometimes will talk about pacing issues, there are none here. This movie has got that this thing has that perfect pace that it'll just keep on going, and you will never lose interest. It is just that well written and that well made. If I really had to pick a negative in terms of writing, and I'm not even sure if this was writing or if it was just a casting choice, but the president of the United States in this movie looks a lot like Sarah Palin, and the very thought of Sarah Palin being anywhere near the White House in 2018 is enough to make me almost cringe. However, I'm not going to, dwell on that too much, because that'd be me diving into fucking politics, and I don't want to do that right now. So let me just say that is like the one issue I have, is that essentially a Texas version of Sarah Palin is president in 2018, according to this movie. Beyond that, everything else is fucking awesome in terms of writing. And I'm talking the story, the humor, the pacing, the dialogue. It's all fantastic. Now, let's cover acting. There's only one small bit of acting I want to touch on that has even just the slightest negative. And it is one of our leads. She is supposed to be a Nazi, and her family has been on the moon since 1945, yet she cannot maintain a German accent to save her fucking life. Quite often, her accent will completely vanish. It sounds so out of place, but I don't care, and neither will you. You might fucking notice, but you're not going to give a shit because you love the story so much. At least that was my fucking experience. Beyond that one minor thing involving accents, the acting here is absolutely stellar. Where this story is just so zany, so bizarre, and so absolutely over the fucking top, the acting matches it, and it does it in just such a fucking way to make this movie perfect. All right, the acting here is great. In fact, I really almost have a feeling that her fucking German accent slipping was probably intentional, because, well, in a whole lot of movies where you have Nazis who speak both German and English, their accent usually flits in and out, and it's really goofy. It might easily be a reference to the dozens of other movies where that has happened, and I'm just not picking up on it fully. So yeah, guys, acting here though, again, beyond that, is really good, including our Texas version of Palin. I was even able to enjoy her to a fucking point. It's like the acting here is just so good, because everybody fucking knew that they were going into something that was going to be, goofy and strange and awesome, and they threw everything they possibly could into every line of dialogue. The acting here was stellar from top to bottom, and I fucking loved it. Effects. I don't know what kind of budget this movie had. I really have no earthly clue. But I'm gonna tell you right now that the fucking that the CG in this movie is phenomenal. It looks fantastic. And that guy's is everything from spaceships, the moon itself. They're actually look to be entire sets made up of nothing but CG parts, and it looks really, really good. Also, because it's set in the far-flung future of 2018, there are also essentially like floating fucking like video walls and shit where people are able to like scroll around and things. Basically, imagine a clear see-through tablet, and you'd kind of know what I'm kind of getting at. Well, a clear see-through tablet that is able to float like directly in front of you and kind of curves a little for reasons I've yet to fully understand. But yeah, all of that was done with CG, and it all looked fucking awesome. Makeup effects here are really good, and if you do not believe me, there is one actor in this film. He is black, and the Nazis make him, Aryan, by basically just shooting him up with this shit that basically just turns his hair white and his fucking, eyes blue. And the only thing which looks a little odd is just those blue contact lenses. Otherwise his makeup looks awesome. So yeah, guys, everything here in terms of special effects, makeup and CG and everything else is great. God, what else is there? Lighting. Well, lighting here is really good. Costuming. I really have to touch on costumes. I don't normally do this, but because normally, guys, costumes are something that you barely think about. But everything here is stylized where it basically looks almost like it came out of like a 1940s movie, which essentially means that the spacesuits which everybody wears, including the American astronauts, are not these big fucking bulky ass things which all of us are used to. No, they basically are like skin tight like body suits. It looks really cool, and it looks really fucking retro, and it looks awesome. And at one point, And at one point we have this woman. I believe she was like the president's like publicist or something like that, and she is made the commander of the U.S. space fucking warship, which is the USS George W. Bush. She has this wacky ass costume with these weird little fucking like black like almost fucking like spiky fucking like wing things almost like coming off her shoulders. Looks really cool. It stands out, and it just sort of helps add that little bit of extra awesome to just the overall feel of this movie. So yeah, guys, even fucking costumes look awesome. So when all is said and done, oh, and also the camera work here is really good. The camera work is fantastic. I really can't, explain it in any real certain way. Just the camera work here is great. So when all is said and done, can I recommend Iron Sky? Well, allow me, guys, to put it this way. While I was watching this, I went onto Amazon and I bought the fucking Blu-ray, and it'll be here in 2 days. So what do you think? Yes, I can highly recommend Iron fucking Sky, and if you have not seen it yet, you absolutely must. So if you have a Netflix account, check it out. And if you don't, you can buy it on Blu-ray on Amazon for about $14. It will be $14 well fucking spent. Trust me. I have not been that happy to part with $14 in a long goddamn time. So yes, guys, if you have any chance to watch this, check it out. You will not be disappointed. This movie is probably one of the greatest things I have seen in a long time. I don't often get to watch sci-fi action comedies, and goddammit, this one here is probably the best of those I've seen since fucking Galaxy Quest. That should tell you something. You have to see this thing if you ever get the chance. Now, I'm going to go and wait for the Blu-ray to come in, because I guarantee you, as soon as that fucking thing comes and shows up in my fucking mailbox, I'm going to watch this again. I have to. It was that fucking awesome. So yes, guys, with that, we come to the close of another reaction and review. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.